The Human Rights Campaign, appointed by Harrods to represent the women who say they were sexually assaulted by Mohamed Al Fayed, says she has so far written to 290 women, but thinks there are others who've yet to come forward. Dame Jasvinder Sanghera says that the scale of Al Fayed's abuse could be similar to that of Jimmy Savile's. Speaking to the BBC in her first interview, she says that the late billionaire businessman's tentacles went far and wide. Our correspondent Ellie Price reports.
It's been 2 months since the BBC documentary about Mohamed Al Fayed was released, and the scale of his abuse is still not clear.
I had to shred all of the evidence.
290 women are currently engaged in a compensation process offered by Harrods' new owners. But now the woman appointed by the department store to help guide survivors through it says she believes there are still many who haven't come forward. And of the cases we do know about, there are shocking similarities to another notorious sex abuser.
We could be talking about something on the scale of Jimmy Savile, because what we do know is that there are many people, and survivors have said this to me already, that were complicit. They looked the other way. You know, this could not have happened without people knowing about it. And he used his position of power and influence. So, you know, this could be on the scale of Jimmy Savile. I would say yes to that, absolutely.
Dame Jasvinder says Mohamed Al Fayed may have also targeted vulnerable victims. She's heard from a woman who attended a deaf school.
I will be talking to her very soon. And so that's brought to my attention is that Mr. Fayed, according to the survivor, you know, had a role in that school. He had access to vulnerable young women from that school who are from the deaf community.
The school told the BBC as far as it was aware, Fayed did not have access to it and takes safeguarding very seriously. Harrods launched an internal investigation last year to work out if anyone involved in any of the allegations is still working there. It's declined to tell us whether it's taken any action or when that review might be completed, and it's urged any survivors to come forward and consider using its compensation scheme. But the process has been criticised by some, and hundreds of women are also working with separate legal firms in claims against Harrods. Dame Jasvinder has insisted, despite being paid by Harrods, her role is completely independent, just as it was when she was removed from a similar role by the Church of England.
I carried out that role with full independence, to the point that I would not allow anything to get in the way of me advocating for victims and survivors, and I was sacked.
We know Fayed's abuse extended beyond Harrods, and Dame Jasvinder says she will speak to survivors regardless of how they met him. Ellie Price, BBC News.